Gue, Medawalotio. How are you today? My name is Julia Gale. I work for Micmac Family Children's Services. I am one of the coordinators for the family and community. And we do 5 communities. We go around and doing programming at the schools and health centers and wherever they want us to do programming. Today, I have a co-partner here today too, and she will be doing her part. But we will be focusing on this program, and it's called Girl Power. Now, in the Girl Power, there's a mission statement. Now, Girl Power education groups and Girl Power promotes the healthy development of pre-adolescent girls, sense of themselves, their bodies, their cultural identity, and the strength to question the news and communication about the description of girls and women in our culture. That is very important. Girl Power encourages to reach and succeed their goals, to gain the act of expressing themselves, their values, in relating to themselves and towards others. They will develop making their own decision skills and increase self-esteem. Now, I would pass the camera to my co-worker and she can introduce herself.
Turn around.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So I introduce myself. My name is Jeannie Gugu. I work with Julia as a family and community resource worker. And Girl Power, there's introduction girl groups in First Nation communities. Girl Power groups models, the daily lessons. We have a supply of list of stuff we use. We will also talk about the author and program developer. In the Girl Power, there are 10 lesson plans. And those are, we have one session every week. And the first session is true notion or ideas of power, 2 practical skills, are they on here? 3 body image, 4 journal writing, and we did journal writing. We did a session in Otladek, and we made these journals with the girls. This is mine. Then I have my stuff I've been working, my journal I've been working on since COVID started. There's other programs that we do, body changes, imaging, boundaries, friendship in pairs, girls, and anger. And then at the end, our last session, we review and celebrate. The following report address the most common issues facing teens today are eating disorders, substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, sexual assault, sexual behavior, violence, suicide. And that's it for me. Back to Julia.
Okay. Girls today are overwhelmed with cultural, social, and media messages that are influenced. Socialization in our cultural pressures girls to focus on their outsides rather than their insides. Girls are sexualized early and trained by the media, that would be television and movies, and to rely on their looks and ability to attract boys and men. The group activities raise self-esteem and increase their skills and abilities to honor themselves and cope with the upcoming teen challenges. Now, Jeannie's going to explain about before each session, we have an opening prayer or a circle for introduction. We set some rules and specify confidentiality. We will explain what the topic for the week will be so they can be open-minded for discussions and explain the guidelines for the sessions. Jeannie, you can explain what we will be doing.
Before we start our session, we will explain what the topic of the week will be, so they can be open-minded for this discussion. Explain the guidelines for the session. We create an activity. At the end of the day, we will have a reflection. This will give the girls to ask any questions or concerns of the session. And then at the closing of the session, clean up and what to be expected for the following week. Sometimes we will give them homework to do or write in their journal for the week. Designing the group could be an after journal school-based community. So we usually have our sessions at the school, and it's usually after school hours where the kids will stay after school. Number of participants, the girls range from 9 to 12, and they could be up to 8 or more, but it's easier when it's not too big. Now back to Julia.
Now, before we do some sessions, when we meet up with our community members, like the schools, guidance counselors, or the health facilitators, we ask them to send a permission form. This is an example, but we also get them to take this home and get the parents to sign, because in some sessions, which is probably chapter 5 or chapter 6, we talk more about our body changing, our body images, and we usually, as facilitators, we also get somebody from the health center to come and explain more about the body and the changes and the effects. So this is what they know more than we do anyway. But it's really good to have a permission slip. We also, at the end of our sessions, we have an evaluation process too. We have evaluation is a good feedback to the from the Girl Power program. Is the direction of the program given. And then we also, when we finish our last 10 sessions, we recap the weeks and ask the girls like what they had learned and what they, what was the most important part of their sessions. Again, then we have a little graduation for them. We either have a traditional meal or what the girls want. They could just say, well, want a pizza or something that's nourishment. Or sometimes the school will provide a healthy meal for them. Also, we provide a big surprise. Now, if you attended the whole 10 weeks, we will give them a big surprise. And then we'll give them each a little gift from our program. Now at the end, we will use a Girl Power feedback. This is for the girls to sign, and we also invite their parents to come back, and they could sign too. Their parents' feedback. How satisfied are you and your daughter with your Girl Power program? And they could decide what their interests were for the following weeks, and what was the most helpful, what was the helpfulest part of the sessions. And if there's any changes they would like to make, so be it, we will do that. And the girls too, I mean, what did they enjoy the most? Now we do, we also, every session, we try to do some crafts afterwards. Or we do games, we do some activities, and we do some games. Now, this is Twister, but we use this as a toss, and then all these words come from like pressured, uncomfortable, tired, worried, happy, hurt, sneaky, scared, restless, frustrated, bored. It's in each one of these circles. So wherever the beanbag lands, they kind of explain, oh, like it might land on the nervous circle. Oh my God, I feel, I was kind of nervous when I first came here. Because you do, as a young girl at a very young age, they don't really know what to expect. So that's part of mine, and Mom's it.
Yep.
And I will close by saying thank you very much for listening to us, and Jeannie can say thank you too.
Bye. Thank you for listening to us. Girl power.
Yeah.